What is going on, folks? Will Turbot here. Oh, damn. Realness. All right, guys. Who joined me from the other? Yes, we got some people joining me.
Please call 855-253-3748. 855, the number 2. Keep
Guys, please share this video with all your folks. Thank you very much. XO. Very much appreciated. Satoshi. Thank you for following us over here. Thank you for joining. Please call in, guys.
Listen to me very carefully. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want an answer. It's just Will here.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
To ask you some questions.
Boys have penises, and girls have vaginas.
That's great, but that's not the question I was asking.
All right, what's the question here?
Oh, man. I'm going to hop over to my other account. I don't know what. No V yet. As usual. You better not have problems tomorrow. You're supposed to be on with fucking Rivera.
I know, Mike Rivera.
Rivera, Manel.
That guy's
right,
cool.
Over here, hang on.
Oh, dip. They just hung up on me. Stay tuned, guys. I was going to connect. Here we go. Hang tight, guys. We're about to start the show. Please share this video. Help me grow this channel. Thank you guys for coming over to this channel. Please share this on Facebook. Please share this on Twitter, Instagram. Send the links out, text message, emails, whatever you got to do. You're going live, guys. This is a Red Pill Hardcore radio show. It's a syndicated radio broadcasted in certain places across the United States, as well as in Canada. And we're picking up some new guys, some new stations all the time. And I'm the co-host here. We got Mikey behind the boards. He's the real Mike. I'm the fake Mike. And yeah, we're going to be joining V, and we get hardcore over here. We keep all our clothes on, but it's as hardcore as you can get with your clothes on. We'll say that.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, Mike, I've still not gotten one subscriber on my OnlyFans. I've had this shit for like a year. Not one person subscribed to me. I'm fully clothed. Thank you, Miranda Ranus. New Edge Designs is in this bitch. Jeez, can I get one OnlyFan? I mean, jeez, that's where my hardcore videos are.
Oh, man. V is just nowhere to be found here. V.
I think Theo might be taking a break tonight too, just because he's been overworking himself, you know?
Yeah, he's been seeming pretty worn out. I mean, come on, it's 5 in the morning over there.
I know, dog. He's up all day, all night. He probably gets less sleep than I do, which is insane because I usually wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning after the show's done at 1 a.m. and it takes me a little while to unwind, and I work, and then oh my god, dog, Dios mío.
I forgot. What exactly did we determine last week about V's MIA?
He says, run it for a few minutes, but then if it starts getting too long, then start the show. But wait for like 3 or 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then if it gets too long, then we start the show. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the furs.
Something that's got a little more.
Yo, BT King, who are you guys? Who's New Edge? You guys are awesome. I want to subscribe to you guys. What do you guys do? What's your story? You guys should call in. You guys are hilarious. You guys are.
Yeah, let's play some Necro for a minute. I'll do that.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll just kick back,
All right, maybe like what?
There we go.
Okay.
Around our ears.
Welcome. Oh, never mind. Oh, what up, Ben? Where you guys tuning in from this evening, guys? You can lie to me too if you want to hide your VPN. I don't care. You don't have to tell me. You can just say you don't answer questions. Wow. Yes. We're gonna chat because I do believe, dear lovely, that you may have. It may not have been Sid that did that, and I think that's terrible, and that's been weighing heavy on my heart. But unfortunately, I haven't had a day off since. I don't remember the last time I had a day off of work. And I do a 2-hour radio show, plus I do 3 YouTube channels. I got chores I got to eat. And plus I got a second job, too, that I do a couple times a week. I mean, so trust me, it's not. There's other people that have been reaching out to me, too, and I know. I just. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get to you guys. Trust me. Why don't we do a stream? Whoever wants to get with me, you got to be a broken record too. But yeah, let's do a stream on that. We're gonna talk behind the scenes. Yeah, we're gonna talk behind the scenes about that first. But yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram. It's Fake Mike Real News. That's the best way to get me. I just got too much stuff to do.
I'm dropping my feed to you, Will, because it sounds like I'm cutting you out. Hopefully it's not affecting your other audience, but it might be. I don't know. It's probably just coming back to me garbled.
Okay, so we start. I mean, it's like 6 minutes in. Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and fire it up.
By the way, let's.
10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. I'll give you the feed and I'll fade it out and you jump in.
Sounds good. What is going on, folks? Will Turby here for Fake Mike Real News. You are tuning into the Red Pill Hardcore Radio Show. And guess what, guys? We're starting a little late tonight because our comrade V, as usual, we can never connect with him. So I know the audience for the show is very patient, and they're well aware of the technical difficulties and the targeting that V has been undergoing for, at least decades now. And every night it's a new hassle, it's a new problem. So last time the latest he joined us, I think, was like 19 past one time, but that's only 10 minutes away. So all that means is you got to listen to me talk some junk for a few minutes. So first and foremost, I was just doing a stream over on youtube.com/Fake Mike Real News, and I wanted to talk about Colin Kaepernick. No, Colin Powell. Colin Powell, right? Why did I want to talk about him? Because everyone's talking about him today. Because he's dead. He took 2 of the Jabberjaws, took 2 of the magic wizard potions, and he still died. And I see all these Republicans and Kamala Harris on social media, rest in peace to a great patriot who served this country. What a real man. Oh, what a good guy. Oh, yeah, except for the time that he lied about weapons of mass destruction, causing the longest, most illegal, immoral, unconstitutional war in U.S. history. And so he has the blood of hundreds of thousands, bare minimum, of Iraqi civilians on his hands, plus countless American service members. So yay, Colin. Total sellout, total loser. I'm not celebrating his death, but I'm not shedding a tear either. So this is how crazy this is. We're celebrating the death. We're celebrating the life of somebody that murdered more people than all U.S. serial killers combined. And then he gets two shots of the vaccine, and he dies. I thought that was supposed to be safe and effective. Apparently, it's neither safe nor effective. Because how many people now have gotten twice? Maybe you have to go over to Israel and get Netanyahu's 17th booster shot. I don't know what the case is, but I was really pissed off today seeing everybody celebrate. I mean, I guess that's what we do in this culture with serial killers, is we celebrate them. We'll make a documentary about Ted Bundy. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer's sexy. I wish I could go back in time. The girls all love Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. What? Well, I guess if you think Ted Bundy's sexy, and if you think Jeffrey Dahmer's sexy, then Colin Polo Cooling Power. One of my friends hit me up today. He said, "Did you hear some guy named Cooling Power died?" They say it was a joke, but was it? I don't know. If you think if the girls out there that think these serial killers are hot, you guys must really love George Bush and Cooling Power. You guys must want to lap dance all over Donald Rumsfeld. You might have the female hots for Condoleezza Rice. And then Obama, he even expanded the wars. Trump did too. So I mean, these are some of the sexiest men and women in the world, right? That's what I think. It's a real shame that he passed away before seeing a jury of his peers. Because I, for one, wish I would have been called for jury selection on that one. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Red Pill Hardcore Radio. I'm going to stop talking about Colin Powell because I'm just so pissed off. I got normies because I went and started battling some people all by myself in the Facebook comments on Kamala Harris's picture. She's got this little picture where she's looking at him adoringly and they're touching arms. It's disgusting. And all these people, you're such a great patriot. You're such a great servant. We love you. The governor of New Hampshire put up on his thing. He's a good guy. No, he's not. I was getting pissed. I get pissed. This is what. I'm sorry, guys. This gets me super mad, and this is why I'm glad I have this outlet here where I can talk, because it's like on my Fake Mike Real News, I was doing a stream about this and doing a stream about Jeffrey Egg Salad and Seth Magaziner, and I always have to bite my tongue, and I have to call him on that channel Jeffrey Egg Salad, not Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, Freedom Grower, it's been a long time. So I have to say those things, and just out here it feels a lot better. It's just ridiculous to see. I mean, like, if we were living in such an upside down world where they praise a war criminal and think nothing over the fact that he was double jabbed and still died, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be on the radio. I wouldn't do a YouTube channel. I mean, if things weren't even half this bad, a quarter this bad, it's really, really bad out here, dog. It's really, really bad. I mean, I try to fall asleep, but I fall asleep, I'll have nightmares. Or I'll wake up and I'm still in the same damn place where I woke up in. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's physically exhausting. Not the fact that working, how much I work, but it's more physically exhausting to wake up and realize, damn, we still got a bunch of war criminal pedos running stuff. And not only are they running stuff and nobody doing anything about it non-violently, but instead they're being praised. So I'm rolling up a blunt right now because I need to. I smoked one about an hour ago, but I'm hot. I'm like hot. I'm like I feel like I'm going through menopause right now. Like I'm verklempt. I'm going through hot flashes right now. It's like the blood. I want to grab a pitchfork and a torch and go storm somewhere, but there's nowhere to storm. And that's not an effective, pragmatic, strategic solution. Or as George Bush used to say, strategery. Or actually as Will Ferrell, as George Bush used to say. So, guys, I have tons of stuff to cover, but I also want you guys to call in, and God willing, Lord willing, evolution willing, we'll be joined by V very soon. We're working on getting him connected. This is an everyday thing. Sometimes he's there before the show. Matter of fact, Mike, the real Mike, Masad Mike on the ones and twos. Oh, are you guys still hearing me? Okay, yeah, okay. Thought I lost you guys there. On the ones and twos, we're saying, hey, let's connect early just to make sure everything connects. And sometimes we'll get to him like a minute or two before the show. And sometimes it won't be until 19 past. So we usually take a break in like 3 minutes or so, and then we're gonna double check with V. So for the people that only listen to the show for V, how dare you? But secondly, sorry, hang tight. We're gonna get him joined up real soon. I wanted to take the show maybe in a different direction. I do want to talk about some hardcore stuff today too, but I also want to bring up a few other things. I want to talk about some things we usually don't talk about, but they are still equally hardcore. Tonight's episode is brought to you guys by TLBTalk.com. That is TLBTalk.com. One more time, TLBTalk.com. It's a brand new social media platform brought to you by the pimp himself, V, and some other folks. And it's censorship free. You can go there. They got documents. All the band people are there. All the band groups are there. All the cool people are there. It's better than Facebook. It's better than it's a brand new Twitter, Facebook alternative. So I really implore you guys to go over there and support my man V. Put a lot of hard work, toil, money into that project. So please send me a friend request over there on TLBTalk.com and give a donation while you're over there. Please give at least $5 to that. Tell them good old fake Michael sent you. I'm getting frustrated now because I can't open my baggie, but we'll get to that during the break. And then I'm going to give out the number to call to if anybody wants to call and chat. There is an 800 number, but I'm going to only give out this number. This number is free for us. So I will also put it in the chat here too. It is 512-248-8252. That number, anybody can call in. Please call in. The only thing you cannot do is swear. If you swear, you will be dropped immediately. But we can talk about anything that you guys want to talk about tonight. Two, we can open it up. 512-248-8252. 512-248-8252. 512-248-8252 is a number to call in. And you can find us online at republicbroadcasting.org. That is republicbroadcasting.org. Republicbroadcasting.org. That's the website that you can find a whole bunch of news articles on. You can find all of the other hosts, like Michael Rivero, who will be on the show tomorrow, God willing, evolution willing. And you can find all of our past casts. So if you're bored, you're at work, you want to learn some stuff, you want to hear the latest news, you want to see awesome interviews with Chuck Ocelli, NSA whistleblowers, you want to hear us hamming it up, laughing it up, go to republicbroadcasting.org, type in the Red Pill Hardcore Radio. You're going to see V's awesome, cool face. And then below it, you're going to see me with a fake mic. Boom. Click that link on the Young Archives. Pimp up right there. You know what I'm saying? Pimp up. So you guys feel free to call in. You'll connect to Mikey. But then I'm going to talk. One of the things I want to talk about today, I'll just give a little teaser before we go to break here. The first break, we're going to have a short segment and a long segment after that. Is oops. Actually, someone on the chat, Satoshi James, said oops. And that made me think of something. Out of place artifacts. Out of place artifacts. Something we usually don't discuss on this channel, but it's something that if we kind of figured out could completely change our perception of what's really going on in this world. So if you don't know what out of place artifacts are, you have about a minute or so during the commercial break. So you can join up Call us 512-248-8252, 512-248-8252, tlbtalk.com, tlbtalk.com, tlbtalk.com. Also, you can get the app for Android or Apple. I have it downloaded on my phone, tlbtalk.com, and I can share anything that I want there without fear of reprisal. So we're going to come up to a commercial break. Hopefully we can connect with B, and we're going to be back with a whole bunch of stuff, so stay tuned.
Tired of being lied to by mass media? It's growing more and more apparent today that news is received less and less through standard media outlets. Even with a growing audience every day, RBN is beginning to direct more...
Dang, homie. He is seriously MIA tonight.
Why do you say seriously? Is it worse than the other day? I mean, he popped out about that.
He's not, like, usually I've got the thing that lets me see if people see messages. He's not seeing anything, and
Whew, got it.
I'm not getting any messages. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'd call him, but it just goes to his Skype account, so it's pretty useless. Ah, here he comes.
Oh, yes. Hi-ho.
Hey-o.
The Bloaters Brothers. Wait, I don't see him.
It says he's typing.
All right. Freedom go, you're damn right. I really want to say thank you to Miranda Raw News for all the support behind the scenes. It's very, very, very much appreciated. I'm so busy that I haven't even been able to check that app or go to the bank. But thank you so much, Miranda Raw News. And I owe you. I'm indebted to you. If there's anything I can do for you, if I can do an interview, if I can share something, if I can start a protest, a petition, I don't know. I'm not good at much stuff, but if you see something that I could attack for you non-violently and peacefully, I'll have at it. I really appreciate it. If you're able or want to, you can do a rerun tonight. Too tired in there. Well, it's too late for that, so I'm going to rock it.
Sounds good to me. Speaker box.
So good. Oh my God, are you serious, Miranda? I didn't even check my phone, and you... I just thanked you before I saw that one. Thank you. Cheese and crackers. Oh, boy.
Ever come back?
All right. That's right, guys. Red Pill Hardcore. Red Pill Hardcore Radio. We're the top of the food chain. We're the gods of the Serengeti. That's Vinny Paz. What a great rapper. Kept it real. Good dope song called End of Days. A lot of good songs, dropping a lot of knowledge, man. So shout outs to Vinny Paz, Daddy. This is going to be another another dope stream, guys, tonight. I gave the number. We'll give the number out again in a little bit. Before we get into the long segment where I want to talk about a few funky things, and of course, we're going to get to your calls, questions, and comments online, so forth. But there are a few news articles I wanted to cover. Here's one, if you're scoring at home. Let's put this up on screen here. This is from CNN. This article is from CNN, and it's basically attacking what I said at the beginning of the show. And if you're scoring at home, here's a headline. I'm just loading here. Loading. Now, you guys know I'm not right wing. I hate the left and the right wing. They're both wings of the same bird of prey. But this is from Oliver Darcy, too. Oh, my God. I hate that loser. Right-wing media figures dishonestly use Colin Powell's death to question COVID vaccines. He got 2 shots. Let's see what he says. Some prominent conservative media figures on Monday dishonestly used the death of former Secretary of State who died of complications to cast doubt on the effectiveness of the vaccines. While Powell was fully vaccinated, he was also battling melanoma, cancer that was suppressed. Okay. Look. It's pretty simple. He was fully vaccinated, but dies from coronavirus. So he either died from myeloma, the cancer, then you can say that. But no, they're claiming he died from coronavirus. So if you die from coronavirus and you're fully vaccinated, yeah, idiot, I will question the safety and efficacy of your vaccine. Colin Powell should know better. He knows about Tuskegee. He knows damn well about that. He knows that even during World War II, our troops were going to fight the eugenicist Hitler while not David Rockefeller, his father was in the White House with the Council on Foreign Relations planning the post-World War, fighting eugenicists while they were still segregated back home and in the army. But, Colin Powell trusts the plan. Opinion, Condoleezza Rice says, Colin Powell's greatest legacy is the people he inspired. Well, you know who he inspired? He inspired the people of Iraq. He inspired ISIS. He inspired Al-Qaeda. He inspired the Taliban to hate America more than ever because he occupied the Middle East illegally for 20 years. You ever heard of blowback, idiots? When you occupy a country illegally, unconstitutionally, immorally, they're going to hate you. When you murder people at funerals, at weddings, at birthday parties with drone strikes like a coward from the sky, when you murder children, people are going to hate you. All the Republicans are saying, oh, I don't want to see no immigration, no immigration, build a wall. Well, maybe if your Republican figureheads didn't destroy foreign countries economically and militaristically, you wouldn't have to worry about refugees. How would you like it if a drone strike murdered all of your family at a funeral, you freaking jackass? How would you like it? What would you do, bitch? I don't want no immigrants in my. Shut the front door, you freaking loser. You're a loser. You didn't say nothing when George Bush, Donald Rumsfeld, Dick Cheney, Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice were murdering innocent people over a lie. You didn't say jack crap. But you don't want no immigrants, do you? You don't want no immigrants. Go take a step back. This blunt cannot come fast enough. So it's really, really sick. It's really, really sick to see on what should have been a good day, people celebrating the life of a war criminal. I mean, if you're celebrating the life of a war criminal, You guys better throw a ticker tape parade for me. Guys, you've been listening to the Red Pill Hardcore Radio. We're going to go to one more quick commercial break. Then the long segment's coming up. We got a half hour to spark some truth. I want you guys to call in. 512-248. I already forgot it. What is it? 51. I had to commit it to memory and I lost it. 512-248-8252. 512-248-8252. 512-248-8252. We can make it more conversational rather than me just yelling at people. But stay tuned. I'm going to start smoking this blunt on the other side. Should be calm. And I'll talk to you guys on this side.
You are tuned in to the Republic Broadcasting Network. Visit our website by going to republicbroadcasting.org.
Alrighty. Looks like V will jump in here when he gets his computers reset.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Ooh.
maybe. Said he needs to restart his computer like with a fresh install apparently.
He needs to restart it like the old cars back in the day with the crank.
Yeah. Gotta like go out there and crank the shaft on that bad boy.
He's gonna go outside and jack it up, jack it off. Oh my God! I forgot the hatred I had for the Bush administration. I really forgot about it until today. I mean, wow! I really.
Garbage, man.
Oh man. We should. White powder. Yeah, I wanted to say that. I should have said white powder. Yeah, that would have been cool. Oh my God, dude! I'm like in the fight or flight right now. Like my chest is beating, dude. Like I really want to fight somebody, dude. I'm not going to, but just gonna smoke this blunt here. Oh my God, dude! Drink a big gulp of some water. Maybe I'll have to drink some whiskey tonight too. I don't know, because my God. It's one thing if they're doing it, but then when people are like on their nuts so hard, like it's, oh my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I shouldn't be attacking these people. They're brainwashed, and that's my problem. I'm getting mad at these people, but they're brainwashed. But it's just sad. I just.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you're gonna stand up in front of the world in all of its glory and say some stupid garbage that's half-cocked and total misinformation at best. Nah, screw them people, dude.
That's a good point, Mike. I'm glad you said that. That makes me feel a little bit better.
These people, no, if they don't, I remember when I used to get on the internet, and before you even said anything, you thought about it long and hard. You read everybody's stuff. You waited. You didn't just jump. Hi, I'm here. I have something to say. It's like, you're an idiot. You're completely ignorant. You have no idea what's going on. Just sit down and shut up. You don't have time for this crap. You're clogging up the lines. It's like a party line old telephone system. You got some stupid kids clogging up the line. You're like, I need to call the hospital, idiot. Get off the phone. We have crimes being committed and emergencies underway. Out of here. Oh yeah. Why is this playing? Oh no, this is good. I thought it was
BTG King. Trust me, I'm gonna be talking about that realness.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, we are back.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about in that song. I don't even know who that is, but it's not making me any happier. It's just making me more enraged. But whatever. All right, so to something else that's definitely not going to calm me down whatsoever. I just saw this article. Microsoft busted Bill Gates for, quote, inappropriate emails to female staffer report. This is out of the New York Post. Now, I had somebody in the chat saying, I hate Bill Gates, but I can't blame him for trying to hit on a female. I mean, come on. I love how they cover this stuff. We didn't say stuff, though, but won't talk about all the actual stuff Bill Gates does. And that's why you're absolutely right, BTD6 King. You're absolutely right. I was the first person to tell you, in the world, how many billions of people? How many media outlets out there? I was the first person in the world to tell you why Bill and Melinda Gates divorced. It's because she found out about Jeffrey Epstein. She found out that Bill and Jeffrey were sending millions of dollars to each other. They found out that Bill Gates was begging like a little coward bitch on his knees to Jeffrey Epstein for a Nobel Peace Prize. He's like, maybe I won't do any work. Or no, it wasn't a Peace Prize, but it was a Nobel Prize. And so you're right. They'll say this, they'll say that. I mean, they covered a couple articles about Gates and Epstein years after I exposed it, and others. Nobody in the mainstream, though. Years after the fact, we'll talk about Bill Gates. Years after the fact, we'll do a book about Jeffrey Epstein. Years after the fact, we'll do a Peacock documentary on Ghislaine Maxwell. Years after the fact, we'll do a documentary about NXIVM and John of God cult. And we won't tell you any of the real hardcore truth. We'll give you a limited hangout. And that's what they've done. But I don't give you a limited hangout. I let it all hang out, fully clothed. But we let it hang out. We're telling you, here's the truth of the matter. And this is the reason my first channel got banned. Bill Gates is a wizard. I think you guys know what that's code word for. I think that's why his man Linda divorced him. I think that's why he was hanging around with Jeffrey Epstein so much. And begging Jeffrey Epstein for a Nobel Prize. Because he's a wizard. And not the cool Merlin wizard with cloaks and wide sleeves. No. Different type of wizard. A bad, naughty wizard that likes to take little boys and girls to the dark hole. Whew. Oh my God, we gotta have some fun. I need to interact with the caller or something. We're gonna change the topics very quickly, but I do need to get through this news so we can have fun with the out of place artifacts. Because I want to talk about that. That's a big situation. We've never covered that here on this channel. But, what about it? Now, this is from Geo News. I'll put this one up on screen too. This is another update from our boy Randy Andy. Oh, come on. Let me copy and paste here. Will you? Thank you. So Bill Gates sending flirty emails. Who cares? He's a wizard that does disgusting things to children. All right, this is Geo News. Hey, Geo News wants to install and run Widevine. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? Here's the article here. This is Geo News. Prince Andrew moving to get lawsuit, quote, shelved on royal formality. So we have all these women who never got justice. Never got justice, especially when Epstein died. Now, because he's a royal, you know what that means? You get to get away with stuff. Jimmy Savile, Prince Charles, you get to get away with stuff. You can do whatever you want to young women and children and men. You can do whatever you want. Don't worry, there's a formality where I won't have any problem with this. Meanwhile, if you're a black kid and you got too much weed on you, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Oh, you got a suspended license? How about I shoot you in the chest? Prince Andrew? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I in your way? I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I'm so sorry. If it couldn't get any more clear and obvious. Sorry, I didn't have that up on screen. If it couldn't get any more clear or obvious that, as my boy Tupac said, they don't give up about us. They don't give up about us. It's different rules. Rules for thee, not for me. You have to stay at home. You can't worship your God. You can't go to school. You can't have a funeral. You can't open up your business. But Obama can have all celebrities on Martha's Vineyard for a maskless party and then cause a whole bunch of new cases. You can't get married without the government's permission. But Prince Andrew and Bill Gates, Donald Trump, and Mr. Clinton, they can do whatever they want with children. The fact that anybody thinks that there's any justice in this country whatsoever is sickening. It's absolutely sickening to think that there are people out there that support this system. 74% of people that are in jail and they're nonviolent drug offenders. That's right, nonviolent drug offenders. The Constitution says no victim, no crime, yet you've got 74% of people in jail for victimless crimes. But Colin Powell, he never went to jail. Hillary Clinton, even though Donald Trump said she was going to lock her up, she never went to jail. Let's see. George Bush, he's walking around free. Obama's walking around free. Henry Kissinger is literally wanted in other countries. He's walking around free. Do you think the U.S. is going to extradite him? No. Think any of the Rockefellers? They're running around free. They're writing op-eds for CNN. They're teaming up. Yeah, someone in the chat saying, Powell lied and people died. Hey, LBJ, George W. Bush. Hey, Colin Powell. How many kids did you kill today? Hey, Obama. How many kids? Hey, Biden. Hey, Trump. How many kids did you murder today? We only hear about it once in a while when a drone strike. Well, we heard about it right after Biden was pulling out of Afghanistan. But how many other drone strikes were there? There's a lot. That happens quite frequently. Do you guys remember the reason why Chelsea Manning is in jail or was in jail? Or still is? Do you guys know the video that Chelsea Manning brought to our attention? I do. It was a group of our troops who saw this caravan with civilians and children in it and said, hey, that looks like a juicy target. Why don't we murder them? Permission to murder? Go ahead and murder. And then, sorry guys. And then, when other civilians came to help the murdered children and the murdered people, permission to engage, permission to murder them also. Go right ahead. Please murder these people. So that's what we're dealing with, guys. Murderous traitors. It's a different justice system for you. It's a different coronavirus for you. Everything's different for you. And the problem with that is this is not North Korea. This is not the Netherlands. It's not Spain. It's not the UK where we have royalty or kings or queens or dictators. No, this is supposed to be the good old red, white, and blue, the US of A. We don't have kings. Everyone's a king. We all have rights here. Lie detector test determined that was a lie. I don't need Maury for that, bitch. That's a lie. All I need to do is read the Constitution. Every single one of our Bill of Rights is out the window. It's gone. As I always say, this constitutional republic that we're allegedly living in is participatory. Participatory. What does that mean? That means you have to be engaged. It's literally written into the rule book. As a matter of fact, the Declaration of Independence says, if your government starts subverting your rights, it's not only your right, but it's your duty to overthrow and replace that government. Well, they've destroyed all of our rights. Can we at least stand up for them? Can we at least exercise them? Can we at least speak out about it? I don't know. So everything that we've been working for as a human race. Mikey, can you play F Your Freedoms? Screw Your Freedoms? Mikey, you there with me?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, this is... Human beings have been working against kings, tyrants, dictators for thousands of years, churches, to have freedom. To have freedom.
Screw your freedom.
And that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger says. Screw your freedom. Even though he came here from Austria, son of a freaking Hitler youth, and had freedom. And he used that freedom to become a movie star, become entrepreneurial, become the governor of one of the largest states in the country. This country is based on freedom. Literally, the Declaration of Independence says that governments are created by the consent of the governed to establish and secure our rights. Freedoms. So this Nazi comes to the U.S., makes millions of dollars off of us, then goes to work for the government, which is all based on freedom, and he says, screw your freedoms. Screw your freedoms. Must be nice. Must be nice. Did he screw his own freedom? I wonder how socially distant he kept. I wonder if he was wearing a double mask in the car all the time, mask outside. I wonder if he's quadruple vaccinated. I'm wondering if he shut down his family gatherings. I'm wondering if he shut down his businesses. I wonder if he stopped going to his Nazi, it's not Nazi youth anymore, it'd be Nazi adult camp. I wonder if he stopped going to his Nazi adult camp. I don't know. I don't know. So, what are we going to do, guys? I mean, what are we going to do out here? We have the leaders of the freest country in the world saying to screw your freedom. Joe Biden doesn't give a damn about your freedom. Arnold Schwarzenegger don't give a damn about your freedom. Donald Trump sure don't give a damn about your freedom. He's the one that signed the executive order that shut the country down, which allowed people to rip families apart at funerals, which allowed Nazi checkpoints. He's the one that said he was going to lock Hillary up and didn't do jack. He's the one that hired a bunch of pedos. So the people that you pay to secure your freedoms are telling you to F your freedom. This country was created off religious freedom. You can't worship your God. You don't have that freedom.
Screw your freedom.
Do you suck? Sir, no, sir. Are you a Peter Pepper? Sir, no, sir. I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would a person in the ass and not even have the damn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
Yes. So, I didn't know Joe Biden, they stacked pieces of that high. So we're living in absolute clown world. And the people that are supposed to have been entrusted with securing our freedoms are now effing our freedoms. Doggy style. In front of us. I, for one, am not going to sit here like a bitch and deal with that on that level. I'm going to continue to speak out. I'm going to continue to speak out any and every way that I can. Any and every way I can. I'm going to continue to have protests. I'm going to continue to share information. so on and so forth. I'm going to continue to speak up and speak out. Oh my God, I'm hurting. My knee's hurting me. But I can't be the only one. We need more people. We need more people. We don't believe you. We need more people. What we need to do, guys, is get organized. These guys are organized against us. We need to organize peacefully against them. That's what we need to do. We need to start having mass audits, mass protests. When this is something I was bringing up on the stream earlier, this jackal named Seth Magaziner. He is the general treasurer of Rhode Island, running for the governor of Rhode Island. His father, Ira Magaziner, worked on the Clinton Climate Initiative, flew around the world with Jeffrey Epstein, Clinton, and Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, who never denied what he did, and had 4 accusers die. 4. Imagine if I was accused of doing terrible things to 4 underage, I think maybe 1 or 2 of them were overage. But either way, that anybody, and they all died. What? This guy's still acting. What about Woody Allen? He married his adopted, him and his wife, hang around with Epstein, by the way, too. Woody Allen, hang around with Epstein. Him and his wife adopted a little Asian girl. And he said, you know what? I like hanging around with Jeffrey Epstein so much, I'm going to divorce my wife and marry my adopted daughter. What about Roman Polanski? Roman Polanski raped a 13-year-old girl. So he's in hiding right now. He's in hiding right now in Europe because he can't come back. Why can't he come back? Because he did that to a 13-year-old girl. Eyes on the audit. Join up if you want, man. Join up. It's just me today. If you're not, I understand, man. You're tired, so you got to relax too. We were talking about you behind the scenes. Like, this guy got to chill sometimes. So don't. But if you want to, do. Then you got Roman Polanski doing that to a little girl. And then you have, what's that? Some celebrity. I forget the celebrity's name. I forget. She's like an older lady with gray hair and glasses. And she's like, oh, Roman Polanski, he's so good. And everybody in Hollywood gives him a standing ovation. This guy raped a 13-year-old girl. And even worse than that, Quentin Tarantino. Everybody's like, oh, I love Quentin Tarantino. It's so cool. His movies are so cool. There's like a lot of guns and stuff. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Well, you know what's not cool? He said, oh, that wasn't rape. Oh, Roman Polanski, yeah, that wasn't rape. And I think it was Howard Stern, or I forget the interviewer who it was. They're like, what do you mean that wasn't rape? It was like, oh, 13, she was willing. She was willing. Because I'm pretty sure not only do 13-year-olds, are they not developed physically, but I'm pretty sure, I'm no rocket surgeon, I'm no Albert Einstein, but I'm pretty sure their brains aren't developed too to make that consensual decision. I'm pretty sure when there's a famous Hollywood producer who's extremely manipulative, puts them in a precarious situation, and I believe there was, I don't quote me on this last part, but I believe there may have been some drugs and alcohol involved. Quentin Tarantino thinks that's consensual. So, looks like we got a caller here. We got Matilda in Canton, Ohio on the line. Matilda, welcome to the Red Pill Hardcore Radio Show. Via's taking a break. The assistant pimp is in. That's me. What's on your mind tonight, Matilda? Welcome to the show.
Talking about the executive orders where Trump actually brought jobs back to this country and made us independent in oil distribution. We were actually exporting it instead of having to import it, where we were actually being able to stand on our own 2 feet.
What executive order specifically are you referring to that he allowed us to be energy independent?
see. We were exporting oil to everybody else. They were paying us for oil. We weren't having to pay the other countries to
Are you in
our gas prices weren't out of this world.
Okay.
And,
Okay. Well, hold on. One point at a time. Matilda. Matilda. I'm gonna let you speak, but I can't. We gotta do 1 point at a time here. Are you inferring that Donald Trump has something to do with OPEC, the Federal Reserve, or the prices of oil? And if so, specifically, how is Trump involved in the price of oil? Because last I checked,
it's kind of funny that since the resident numbnut got in, gas prices has gone out of control.
well, yes. Do you want to know why that was, Matilda?
Yeah, I know.
I will tell you why it is. I'll tell you.
Numbnut shut down the pipeline, made us dependent on foreign countries, and now we can't even take care of ourselves.
So the biggest point is you're not upset that Donald Trump hired war criminals, Skull and Bones members, pedophiles, pedophile protectors. You're not upset that he lied about building a wall. You're not upset that he lied about locking up Hillary. You're not upset that he shut down this country. And you're upset that oil prices are higher. Wow, interesting.
How did he shut down this country?
He signed an executive emergency. Matilda.
He was making us great again. And now.
No, he wasn't. Donald Trump hired pedophiles, Rothschild bankers, and Skull and Bonesmen. John Bolton, Rudy Giuliani is not making America great again. What are you talking about?
I know Rudy Giuliani didn't, but Trump sure the hell did.
Okay, name one thing specifically that Trump did that benefited this nation. One thing Trump himself did specifically. I'll wait.
One specific thing?
One thing, just one thing. You have 4 years to draw upon.
Agreed to the pipeline, which, of course, numbnut.
Whoa. What
What
specific involvement did Donald Trump have in the pipeline?
We had closed borders. We didn't have zillions of people coming in here, unvaccinated, unvetted.
Oh, you believe in the vaccine too?
Where they actually came from.
So what's your take on the vaccine, Matilda?
The vaccine, it was nice that he did speed up the process.
So you believe in the vaccine?
You come near me with a needle, I am going to shove it up your butt.
Well, what if it was Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump's the one that brought us the vaccine. Donald Trump's the one. So if Donald Trump came up to you and said, take the vaccine.
He is the one that's trying to mandate it that everybody has to have one.
Well,
Whatever happened to my body, my choice?
Well, guess what? Trump shut down the entire Constitution. I'm going to let you go there, Matilda. Trump has one job. Trump took a sacred oath to protect the Constitution, and he shut down the Constitution. Therefore, he is guilty of treason. He is also a pedophile protector and a war criminal. Matilda, call back tomorrow night when you calm down a little bit. But you're sorely mistaken. I don't understand these people who still think Trump somehow did a good job, did a great job. I asked her, Matilda, name one thing specifically that Trump did. She couldn't do it. So once you can't name one thing, that means you're not thinking. You're just brainwashed. We're going to be right back on the other side. Red Pill Hardcore Radio. I'm Fake Mike. The real Mike's behind the boards. Who knows? V might even join us. We'll be right back. Red Pill Hardcore Radio. Go check us out on TLBTalk.com.
Stay in their homes until the threats are eliminated. If you disobey orders, you could be shot on sight by rogue agents, federal forces, and domestic terrorist militias. This is your emergency broadcast system. This is a national alert. Imminent threat is nationwide. You must stay inside of your homes or risk being shot on sight. The conspiracy is upon you. Your conspiracy friends were right all along. Now you must learn to survive. If you hear this, you are the resistance. This is your emergency broadcast system. The conspiracy is upon you. Your conspiracy friends were right all along. Now you must learn to survive. If you hear this, you are the resistance.
Hey there, are you going to wait till the cows come home to get your new ease-off drop-and lift?
What in the world is an ease-off drop-in lift?
Our ease-off is a new tool to increase production for your meat processing company that will get that whole hog or half a beef on or off your rail with our remote control.
That sounds great, but can I afford it?
Sure, and the ease-off installs fast. The effortless operation will reduce fatigue, speed up your line, and increase profits.
Oh,
Okay, I'm convinced. Where can I get my ease-off?
Nitram Case. Good to see you. Hey, Shada, good to see you.
EAZEOFF.com. And hurry, because we're offering free shipping for a limited time. Ease-off.
Someone says,
we make pigs fly.
hey, Shada said this is going to give me PTSD.
Cows too.
Ease-off,
How do I keep so cool? I was just yelling
417-932-6419.
at somebody I've never met before.
Screw your freedom. This is RBN, the Republic Broadcasting Network.
You ready to come back, Will?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. I see V's hanging around, but I don't know if he's going to join in.
We'll see. I should wash my hair.
See what happens. All right, here we go. Oh, one more thing. You might want to turn down your speaker volume. You're getting kind of drowned out pretty bad.
Okay, sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Red Pill Hardcore Radio proudly presents the tag team champion of the world, the Road Dogg V, the badass Fakey Mike, the New Age Outlaws. Now, if you're not down with that, Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, George Bush, Donald Trump, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it, suck it. This is the Red Pill Hardcore Radio. That's how we start. That's how we come back. Yeah, guys, your conspiracy friends were right all along. I had one of my old friends reach out to me today and he said, you know what, pimp? You was right. You was right all along. You predicted it. You called this years ago. I was like, I know. I didn't predict anything. They wrote it in their books. They wrote it in the Technotronic Era by Zbigniew Brzezinski. It's on Council on Foreign Relations website. Go check that out. You get a weekly newsletter. I get the inbox to me. I read David Rockefeller's autobiography. I read Tragedy and Hope. I read the Anglo-American Establishment. It's all there in black and white. They say this stuff. They say this. And hopefully Matilda will call back in tomorrow night. But it's a shame to see people still support a pedophile war criminal. And when you support somebody, but you can't give one specific example of something that they did that was good, and they have 4 years to do that, and your biggest thing is the oil prices are up, yeah, no crap. Screw Trump, screw your freedom, screw Biden. We could all be using free Tesla energy right now. I'm not talking about Elon Musk hanging around with Ghislaine Maxwell who wants to give you a freaking microchip. I'm talking about Nikola Tesla, the real Tesla. I'm talking about real Tesla energy. But no, we got a cult of personality here. The Trump tards are just as bad as the Obama tards and the Illumitards and the left of the Pete Buttigieg tards and all those people. If you like Bernie Sanders, you're a moron. If you like Pete Buttigieg, you're a moron. If you like George Bush, you're a moron. If you like Biden, you're a moron. If you like Trump, you're a moron, or you're brainwashed. Now, Matilda is willfully ignorant. But hopefully now that she realizes that she could not give me one specific example of why she supports someone so vehemently, she'll start to say to herself, I can't think of one even real example of why I support this person. But I'm so mad, I'm going to call in and yell at somebody I've never met with no facts. Sounds like a leftist. Sounds like you got triggered over facts like a snowflake. That's what you Republicans are. You're a bunch of bitch-ass snowflakes. You're a bunch of snowflakes who get triggered over facts just as easily, if not more easily, than Democrats. I'll say, hey, by the way, do you know that Trump did the exact opposite of everything that you just said right here, and I can point to facts to prove that. No, buddy, no. So that's the thing, guys. We're so, and again, people make decisions based on emotion and not logic. You can tell she was very emotional. She had a very emotional attachment to that belief. I don't have any emotional attachments to any politicians at all. I believe we do have a couple other callers here tonight. Matilda, I'll tell you what, you can even call back in later. If you can think of one specific thing that Trump did that was dope, and you can call back. The number, if you want to join, is 512-248-8252, 512-248-8252, 512-248-8252. And, I'm going to let my arch nemesis, Reb, on this broadcast for a little while, but we're going to play him tight here. We're not going to go off the rails here, Reb. We're not going to talk about how the white man is being held down. Reb, welcome to the broadcast. What's on your mind? Enlighten us tonight. What's going on, pimp?
This is Phone Scout Reb of VultureSquadron.com. We're going to put an end to the damn 911 system with our Halloween show. We're throwing long. Go ahead. Let's see the receivers cover out one.
All right, you got a Halloween show. Tell us about that, Rev. You got a Halloween show. What's that?
Oh, yeah, this is Halloween. Every kid in America is going to go begging for candy in a couple weeks, 13 days. Don't do it, kids, without your Vulture Squadron mask. The Vulture. Yeah, and kill 911. It's the way out. It's the way. Hey, I got something for Matilda. You ain't fooling me. You're a man. You're a witch. You don't need a costume or a mask.
Well, Rev, I will say this. I will say this.
That's a man.
Rev, I will say this. If she is a witch, she deserves to be stoned. And by stoned, I mean stoned like me. Right now, I'm enjoying a delicious blunt, a voluptuous blunt, because
That's what's wrong with America. We were going to rant and rave about Halloween. Why are the candy aisles so full? Why the hell everything else is disappearing? I want real steak. I want real, frozen stuff I like. No, you can't have. I want the good ice cream, not the cheap crap. Oh, we didn't deliver it. But they're delivering the damn candy and the liquor. I mean, the beer aisle is full, and the damn candy and the damn dope. They go to the pharmacy in the store. Name it, we got it. And people in their 30s are showing up. I look younger than everybody. I'm in my 70s. I got long, thick blonde hair, pale white skin. But these people they have to order 4 or 5 pharmacy pills. That's full up. The psycho dope flowing like crazy out of everywhere. And of course the hallucinogens. The governor's stealing them. But this Halloween, kids, you're going out. You're not begging. You're going to kill 911, because that's the problem. They're going to die for all these sins you were mentioning. I believe it. Those people you mentioned, of course they're no good. That's how they get appointed to high office.
That's why that's why the good people.
The Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Joint, didn't you get that?
Yes, and Rev, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, I'm going to say a big middle finger to the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I'm the blunt chief of staff. We ain't rolling joints. We're rolling fat blunts here. And the true people know we roll blunts and not joints.
I don't know if their dope as good as yours or better. How do you know? Have you ever had a joint session with them? A joint session of Congress? Everything in America is a joint. But this Halloween, we're taking back the streets, kids.
All right, so how can people help you? You want them to wear Vulture? You want them to wear Vulture masks?
And kill 911.
And how specifically should we kill 911?
What do you think? Kill 911?
Yeah, how?
I was talking about that with other people. You know something? I heard about Bob Hope. He wasn't as good at drawing crowds as that last leader. You got to give him that. He drew the crowds. I mean, he was no good for anything.
I will say this. He was definitely, unquestionably, the more popular of the two puppets we had for a choice. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience before and after coronavirus. I went to many Joe Biden rallies. I've confronted him and called him a pedophile to his face a number of times, and went to many Trump rallies as well. And before and after COVID virus, for both, Joe Biden couldn't sell out a high school gym, and I have the video to prove it, before coronavirus. Meanwhile, Trump even after would have thousands of people waiting outside. So he was clearly the more popular of the two puppets. Whoa. Rev, you can't say that word. Mike, 209, you know better. You're a long-time caller. You cannot say a-hole. You can say bitch, you can say ass, but no a-holes.
Oh, okay. The numbers of evil that they do, they sucked up to the thinking Guinness. He was there last weekend saying, what a great job, just like that Trumpy man did, because they kept, not even going to keep the rioters away from his followers. They used to clash anyway. They said, oh, they got a tough job. Now they stopped. He doesn't deal with them. The war equals never deal with that garbage on the street, and we want them dead. I mean, we want all the 911. That's why you go out with your trick-or-treat, they kill 911. It's the war that never ends. They told you the first day it happened, me and Bubba were watching, and they said 91101. 01 and computer talk, start the program. Their program is dead. 911.
All right, Rev, thank you very much. We're going to go to some other callers today. We got packed lines. Thank you for that. So you guys, if you want to support Rev, dress up as a vulture and destroy 911 legally, lawfully, and peacefully. And someone's in the chat saying, can we talk about psychology afterwards? We will. But, we got Matilda here. Now, Matilda, you're waiting. Please be polite this time. I'm going to be polite. We're going to take it one step at a time, one point at a time. Your first point is that Trump got us away from foreign oil. So how specifically did Trump get us away from foreign oil?
Where'd you go?
I'm right here. Go ahead. We're going to take it. We're going to take.
Convenient.
Okay, so Matilda, let's take it calmly, 1 point at a time. You have 2 points, and we will address them both. So let's take them one at a time. Your first point is that Trump got us away from foreign oil. How specifically did Trump get us away from foreign oil?
By having us have the pipeline that let us be oil efficient on our own.
How did Trump bring? Wait, one at a time.
Pedophiles.
What? 1 minute. 1 minute. We're doing one at a time, Matilda. Matilda, you're switching subjects. How did Trump do the pipeline? What specific? I'm asking you specifics here. What specific involvement did Trump have in the pipeline?
Shut it down. He didn't shut it down. He let us be oil independent. He didn't let us make us be dependent on other countries to supply us with our energy source. He made us stronger.
So you're saying, wait, hold on. We're taking.
No. Let me finish with you, please. You say that he's a pedophile?
No, wait. We're going one stop. We're going one. We're going to get to 3 points, and I will promise we'll talk about pedophilia next. We'll talk about that last. Actually, this is 1 point. We're talking about energy independence. Then we're going to talk about the border, and then we're going to talk about pedophiles. But please, I will not interrupt you as long as we stay on topic. So this topic right now is energy independence. And once we're done with that, I promise you we'll move on to the border and pedophiles. So let me clarify, and I want to make sure that I get what you're saying is right. You're saying by Trump not stopping the pipeline, he gave us energy independence. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
Okay.
Because we were one of the biggest deporters of oil in the world.
Okay.
But now that the pipeline has been shut down, we are now dependent on other countries.
Okay. Well, I will tell you what, Miranda. Pardon me. Miranda's the awesomest person in the world. I will tell you what, Matilda, my apologies. Let's just say I can see that point to you. Trump was more pro-oil than Biden, and gas prices under Trump were lower. Now, I will agree with you there. However, what I would add to that is oil prices are not just affected by a president saying yes or no to a pipeline. They're also affected by OPEC. They're also affected by the Federal Reserve Bank. And I would even take your point, and I agree with you that Trump did a better job. I would say that the fact that we're still using oil is a weird point, because we should be using Nikola Tesla's free energy. And as a matter of fact, wait, hold on. I let you speak. Please. I will let you counter me. But my point is, we shouldn't even be worrying about oil because we have Tesla energy. And you want to know how I know Trump knows about that? Because Trump's uncle, Frank Trump, actually was the individual responsible for the United States government to collect Nikola Tesla's papers. So the fact that we're even talking about oil like it's a big issue is kind of not a big deal to me. But I will let you have any final points that you want on oil, and then we can move. And I will say that you beat me on that point. Trump is better for oil than Biden. I totally 100% agree with you. Any final points you want to make about oil, and then we will move on to the border.
Yeah, he was making the rest of OPEC pay their fair share into it instead of us paying it all.
What did he do there?
He made it so the other countries were paying their fair share instead of us paying it all.
Where are you getting that information from? I remember him doing that with the World Health Organization, but I do not recall him doing that with OPEC. That doesn't mean he didn't do it, but where specifically are you getting that information from?
Where are you getting your information from?
I'm getting my I'll tell you the information about Frank Trump working for the U.S. government. You can FOIA that information. You can look it up online. You can look it up on his Wikipedia page. It'll give links. The History Channel acknowledges it, and Donald Trump acknowledges it. So you have the people that you believe and the people that you don't believe both agreeing that Frank Trump, as a matter of fact, was responsible for overseeing the collection of Nikola Tesla's papers. Also, so that's
you
what
got your information from the mainstream media, didn't you, honey?
I just told you. Also, Donald Trump. So I said Donald Trump agrees with the mainstream media that his uncle did indeed work. Are you saying that Frank Trump did not work for the U.S. government?
Oh, yeah, he believes the fake news about as much as I do. I try again.
Okay, no, I'm saying Donald Trump also agrees. It's not just the fake news. It's also Donald Trump agrees that his uncle, Frank Trump, worked for the government. So are you saying that Frank Trump did not work for the U.S. government? And if so, what?
Please repeat that again.
Okay, you said, where am I getting my information? And I said, I'm getting my information from free, accessible online resources. I'm getting my information from the Trump family and Donald Trump himself, as well as sourced mainstream articles. So it's not just one place, but I'm getting it from.
You mean like that relative of his that made that or wrote that book about him?
No, I'm talking about his uncle, Frank Trump, who is dead, who's been dead for many years now. He worked for the U.S. government in the 1940s. So
it was friends with Tesla.
He wasn't friends with Tesla, but he took all of Tesla's work after he died. So where are you getting your information about OPEC? I just told you where I got my information from.
Better sources than you, honey.
Could you name any at all source? Or are you getting this from a QAnon board?
No, I did not get it from QAnon board.
Then where did you get the information about OPEC from specifically? Because I just told you where I got my information from.
Alex Jones.
Okay, Alex Jones, the guy that the same guy that said Pizzagate isn't real.
Excuse me, you were breaking up.
Okay, so Alex Jones, where did Alex Jones get this information from? Did he make it up, or did he get it from any source?
Government papers.
Okay, so you trust the government.
Not really, but
what government?
he has inside people inside the government that knows what's going on
Okay, so
the inside.
So were they papers or insiders? And which one? And if they're papers, please let me know the papers because I can Google them right now and put them on screen. And if you're right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do your work.
I don't remember them right offhand.
Okay. So you're giving information that you have no source for. So I'm going to do your work for you. I'm going to Google OPEC and Trump because you could have done that before. Let's see. Here's an article. Reuters. Do you trust Reuters? Should I even read this article? Because I know that Reuters was created and financed heavily by the Rothschild family. So what? Let's put it this way. What?
You mean the fake news people?
Yes. So let's do OPEC, Trump, and Alex Jones because you trust Alex Jones. Why do you trust Alex Jones? Can you please shut the radio off in the background because it's going back? You're live now. You can listen to it later on the podcast. But if you could just shut the radio off. I'm trying. I came at you a little hard before, and I apologize. So what can I say that would make you believe even your own point? Because maybe you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Maybe Trump did do something and got us out of OPEC. But if I bring up a mainstream news source, you're not going to believe me. So what source can I gather for you that you will believe me? Because I'm trying to back up your point right now. Because you and I both agree on this point here. We both agree that Trump did a better job of oil and energy independence than Biden. I would totally agree with you that. And I would also say he did a better job than Biden and Bush because Bush's whole family with their energy and Halliburton and our Busta oil company, they didn't do a great job. So I want to back you up here. I want to agree with you here. If I find some information right now that says OPEC, Trump did something good against OPEC, what source would I find that information at that it would be trustworthy? Because I can Google something right now. I guarantee you, I'm going to Google something right now and it's going to say Trump, OPEC, but it's going to be something that you're not going to believe because it's mainstream news. So what source of information can I find? Should I look at InfoWars or where else?
You could probably check through InfoWars and you would find that.
All right, and so
but
let me ask.
I should inform you that Bush, let's see, 40-something year criminal, Biden and all them guys. He was in the system in government for 40-something years, and he never did a thing. You think he's going to actually do something for us now?
Oh, and I've been speaking out against George Bush for many, many, many years. I continue to speak out against George Bush and Obama. I spoke out under Trump, and I'm speaking out again now during Biden. I called Joe Biden a pedophile to his face multiple times. I didn't just sit here behind a computer and do it. I called him out.
No, you weren't just calling Trump a pedophile. But I'm sorry.
Well, no, I actually.
Going around sniffing little kids.
Well, let's go to pedophilia because I think it's the most important thing here, and then we can go to the border if you want, and then we can talk about the Constitution.
Okay.
Oh, and the Constitution. But let's talk about pedophilia. Here's the reason why I think that I can't say for certain that Trump is a pedophile, but what I can say is he's bare minimum a pedophile protector, and here's why. Trump knew about what Jeffrey. Wait, you're not even letting me say my point, Matilda. Wait, Matilda, please, Matilda. Matilda, you haven't even let me make my point yet, and I've been very respectful, and I've given you more than enough time, and I will give you, when I'm done with my point, I want you to go after my point. But at least listen to my point before you attack my point, because if you attack my point without hearing my point, you're not going to do a good job of attacking my point. Here's my point, and then you can say whatever you want. We got time here. We got time. And you know what? I could go on to other callers. I have plenty of things that I want to talk about. But I said, you know what? Let me befriend Matilda. Let's make this a pact. I'll give you as much time as you want to talk. I didn't have to take your call again. I obviously didn't have to do that, but I did. So we agree on that. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk as long as you want after this. I'm gonna make my point about pedophilia and Trump, and then you can say whatever you want back. but you have to be about pedophilia and Trump. Is that a deal? And then we can move on to the next topic. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right, great. Here's the reason.
Okay.
Here's the reason why I think that Donald Trump is bare minimum a pedophile protector, and he may pretty well be a pedophile himself. One, according to court documents, according to photos, videos, and news on the left and the right, one of the places that Jeffrey Epstein would procure girls with Ghislaine Maxwell was from Mar-a-Lago. Also, Donald Trump knew about Jeffrey Epstein raping kids for at least a decade, and he only said something when Jeffrey Epstein was trying to get the same property as him, and he tried to expose him then. So even if he's exposing him, he's not doing it for altruistic reasons. He's only exposing him because he wants to get that property. He knew. Anybody that knows about someone raping a child for 10 years and doesn't say anything and then only says something for selfish reasons, I mean, just by the definition, even if he spoke out a year later, you cover that up for a year, you're by definition a pedophile protector. Now, my last and final point on this is not only did he know about this and not say anything for a decade, but he went even further. He then hired Alex Acosta as labor secretary. Alex Acosta was the guy that gave Jeffrey Epstein the sweetheart deal, which allowed him to leave jail and continue to rape kids. Then he hired Steve Mnuchin, who couldn't wait till Jeffrey Epstein got out of jail. And he was also a Skull and Bones member to start partying with Jeffrey Epstein. He hired William Barr, who was heavily connected to Epstein. He hired Wilbur Ross, a Rothschild banker, heavily connected to Jeffrey Epstein. He hired Steve Bannon, who was running public relations for Jeffrey Epstein. And last but not least, he hired Alan Dershowitz for his lawyer. And that man is also accused alongside of Jeffrey Epstein. And he also publicly argued, you can Google this. This is out of his own mouth. He publicly argued, the guy that Trump hired for a lawyer publicly said that the age of consent should be 14 years old. And he got so much stuff back from that, even from the mainstream news. And he said, no, I believe that I should be able to bone a 14-year-old girl. So in summary, and then you can have the floor, Trump knew about it for a long time, didn't say anything for over 10 years. Then he hired the people that gave him the sweetheart deal. And then he hired the people that were accused alongside of them and also argued that they should have the right to rape little girls. What do you say about that?
Hold on, let me jump in here.
Whoa! Bees in this beast. Woo!
Let me jump in here. Let me say it first. Well, there's something that you fail to take into consideration. When you are rich and you are mega rich, going to war with someone as rich as you always turns out disastrous. It's something that, I mean, that's why they have all this etiquette. That's why they act certain ways around each other. To be offensive could risk your fortune or someone else who might have sway in your world who also has a fortune. You can be bankrupted overnight when the hitters are put on you. You know, it's anything.
And no, V, I get it. And my counter to that point is always this. Don't get into it if you know. Donald Trump is not an idiot. I'll give him that. He's definitely not an idiot. He knows that JFK took on the deep state, the real deep state. And so you have two choices. You're a rich man. You either say, you know what? I'm not going to go into politics because if I go into politics, it's going to ruin me. It's going to ruin my business. I'm just going to stay here and make billions of dollars. Or you can go into politics. And then once you go into politics, you have two choices. Am I going to go into politics? And am I gonna hire all the pedophiles, or am I going to be a hero? Am I going to be a JFK that will risk my own probably inevitable death to do the right thing? So I would say, if you're a businessman, either one, don't get into politics, or two, get in there and be a man about it.
But the thing is, though, politics at that level of cash, business at that level of cash is politics. Every movie you make, the deal. Always talking about the deal.
Oh, right? Yeah, and so Donald Trump
we always have our presidents talking about when they're sitting on the podium.
And that's the thing.
Deal with Iran or deal with da-da-da-da.
So Donald Trump not only hurt.
Hold on. The thing is, okay, everybody has their style and whether they're corrupted or not. You know, JFK went to Superman and got shot with a kryptonite bullet. Now, you could have, you know, the anti-hero, like the Punisher, who killed bad guys or overlooked the small things just to get the big things.
Okay, V, that's fair. But my counter to that would be Trump didn't accomplish anything. He dishonored his oath to the Constitution. He made his businesses less successful, and we have nothing to show for that. So it wasn't a savvy business move because now his businesses are all under scrutiny and they've been performing terrible.
He did under his administration. This is he like doubled or tripled the record of African Americans being hired for jobs during his reign than any other president in history.
Well, I would say that that's probably true. One of the reasons for a number of reasons. One is because we have more African Americans now than we ever have. So there's that. Two, because, I mean, first of all, he's more pro-business. Any Republican, in theory, is going to be more pro-business. Therefore, if you have a Republican in office, you have more African Americans, you have more jobs, you're going to have more African Americans with jobs. Great. However, you and I both know that Trump has very little to do with the economy. The Federal Reserve has everything to do with the economy. So, I mean, it's a combination of all those things. You know how many...
The only reason they have anything to do with the economy is because they're the ones that print out the paper that does not mean anything.
And that's why my true heroes go after the Federal Reserve. My true heroes like V's a hero. He goes after the Federal Reserve. He goes after the NSA. He goes after the CIA. We go after those. JFK famously said, he said, I will take the CIA and I will shatter it into 1,000 pieces. Donald Trump says, nobody loves the CIA more than me. The CIA is the best. So that right there is telling you, Trump says he's against the deep state. The Federal Reserve and the CIA are the deep state. He didn't take on the Federal Reserve. Instead, he named Jerome Powell to the head of the Federal Reserve, who's a terrible person. And then he actually, not only did he say he loved the CIA, which is the real deep state, which JFK said he would destroy, but he put Gina Haspel in charge, who is the bitch that oversaw the torture. She put somebody even more deep state in head of the deep state that was even there. Donald Trump has failed on every level. He destroyed his business by running for politics. And if you're going to get into politics, you better do the right thing and not be a coward. He did the opposite. Donald Trump, instead of going against the real people, oh, that's the deep state, it's the deep state. Okay, well, who's the deep state? Isn't it the Federal Reserve that you did nothing about? Isn't it the CIA who you love? Isn't it John Bolton who you hired? Isn't it Rudy Giuliani? Isn't it Rothschild bankers? Isn't the deep state Skull and Bonesman what you hired? Isn't the deep state Alan Dershowitz? You hired the damn deep state. You know it's the deep state because you hired them. You hired them all.
Trump won the election.
Who cares if he won the election? He hired the deep state. He hired pedophiles. Who cares if he won the election? He probably did win the election. Who cares? Who cares which puppet won? It's not about the puppets. It's not about the puppets. It's about the CIA. It's about the Federal Reserve. It's not about the puppets. You guys are still talking about the puppets. Donald Trump, if he wasn't a puppet, well, I'm going to say this, Matilda, I'll let you talk, but I'm going to say this. If Donald Trump wasn't a puppet, he wouldn't have hired pedophiles. He would have won against the CIA and he won against the Federal Reserve. But he did the opposite of that. So who cares if Donald Trump won the election?
Excuse me, if he was a puppet, then why was everybody so scared of him?
Who was scared of him? Who was scared of Donald Trump? Who was scared of him? Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because it's called order out of chaos. It's called order out of chaos. They get people hating them, so we fight with each other, Trump versus Biden, and we don't look at the CIA. We don't look at the Federal Reserve. That's the whole point. That's what I'm telling you. Donald Trump is an idiot who is getting you to argue about who's better, who won. Donald Trump, oh, Donald Trump won. You guys are still worrying about if Donald Trump won or not. Guess who won? Guess who wins every election? The CIA, because they're not there for 4 to 8 years. They've been there the whole time. The NSA has been spying on you the whole time. The CIA has been murdering people. The CIA has been poisoning children's milk. Who cares who wins? I always say, if Jesus Christ came back and he ran with Gandhi and they were president for 20 years, it wouldn't make a difference. Why? Because the CIA is still there. Donald Trump's favorite CIA is still there. The NSA is still there. The Federal Reserve is there. So you can talk all day about Biden and Trump, but it doesn't make a good goddamn difference.
It's funny because Donald Trump came into office talking mad trash, like I'm gonna crack down on CIA.
I'm gonna lock up Hillary. I'm gonna lock up Hillary.
Well, but he did end up arresting some CIA. He did end up arresting, got them picked up by the army. He did in fact do that. The fate of these people, I'm not sure. But after all said and done, yeah, he went over to, oh yes, I love the CIA. I love but you gotta understand, what were the president saying before they got elected here recently over the past, half a century?
Oh, yeah.
The NSA spying is wrong.
I'm gonna stop it.
And the next thing you know,
then they say we need it. We need to balance security with privacy. Remember Bill Clinton?
They have their ways of getting the support of the president, whatever it may be, threatening their family, threatening, blackmailing, bribing, who knows what it is. They have their ways.
And I'm never selling out. That's the thing. I'm never selling out. Remember George Bush? Read my lips. No new taxes. Then we got taxed. Remember Bill Clinton? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Oh, really? Okay. Remember George Bush? Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. Remember, and that's the exact point I was going to say, V. Barack Biden says, we're going to stop this NSA spying. We're going to stop these illegal wars. As soon as it gets in, expands the wars, expands the spying, right? This is what you hear. Politicians, I mean, if you guys are just new to the show, if you guys, the audience just tuning in, I got a surprise revelation for you. Politicians lie. And politicians will tell you anything they want, anything you want to hear before an election. But as soon as the election comes under, the New World Order starts licking their fingertips and they put it so far up your rectum. Oh, hey, I'm Donald Trump. Hey, ha ha. Thanks for the gumball, Mickey. I'm Joe Biden. Ha ha ha. Remember Joe Biden said he was going to cancel student debt? Remember Joe Biden? Joe Biden was ripping Trump for half of this stuff that he said he was going to do. Donald Trump says, I can't believe we got a crisis at the border. Let's be clear, we're going to crisis at the border. He's got more kids in cages than Trump had. They're all liars. They're all pedophile protectors. They all don't have the balls to go against the CIA. They don't have the balls to go against the Federal Reserve, the NSA. So unless you're somebody out there that's going against the CIA, the NSA, the Federal Reserve, you're nobody to me. You're not even you're not a truther.
I say we all clean house right now.
Well, as Jordan Peterson said, as Jordan Peterson would say, you got to clean your room. We should all structure our lives on the lobster. We should all definitely start with cleaning our rooms for sure. Matilda, thank you very much for the calling. Thank you for becoming a new friend. Please call in again soon. We're going to continue our chat.
Hey, what about the third part? You said I was going to have a...
Okay, go ahead. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Take a little bit.
Yeah, give her a chance.
Yeah, go ahead and take your time. And then, sorry, because V came back and I got excited. So, all right, take your time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you said, the border. Yes. President Trump was building the wall. He was closing our borders. He was keeping America safe. And now what happens? The wall has now been stopped.
Okay, let me tell you something, Matilda.
There's thousands and thousands of people coming into this country unvetted, unvaxxed.
Okay, so I agree with you there.
Okay, but we have to have a mandatory jab to keep our jobs, but they let
I agree.
The border for,
I agree with that. I agree with that. If they're going to mandate it for us, they should I totally agree with you there. What I would differ on with you, though, however, and I would also agree not only on the vaccine point, I would also agree on the point that Trump was doing to make to keep our border secure than either Obama or Biden. However, this is an unpopular opinion, but it's true opinion, in my opinion. Actually, if you're a Republican, if you're a conservative, if you're a libertarian, if you're a voluntarist, you actually believe in open borders. And here's the reason why. for a long time, we had open borders in this country up until the mid to late 1900s. And the reason why is because it was pro-business. People could come and go, products and goods and services could come and go. But a border itself is actually against business. It's actually against a free market. So prior to the last few decades, Republicans have actually been pro-open border because it actually allows, and I'll say one more thing and I'll let you get another point in if you'd like, Matilda. Now, I do agree with you here.
Thank you.
I do agree with you here that I believe in open borders, but I also believe that we shouldn't bomb foreign countries and then get those people to come here. I also believe that you shouldn't economically destroy a country and then have the people that are mad at you come here. So what we've done under Bush, under Clinton, under Bush, under Obama, under Trump and Biden is we go there, we destroy the Middle East, right? And then we tell those people that we just destroyed, hey, come over here. Don't be mad at us. And the same thing on the south of the border too. So yeah, I do agree that we shouldn't piss people off and then invite them here for sure. I agree there.
Well, and then you were saying about how it's all business. Well, Trump did stop the NFADA or whatever the heck.
He stopped NAFTA, and he also, I'll give him credit there.
He made an even better deal that was better for Canada. It was better for Mexico. It was better for us. We were making China pay their fair share.
Well, let's spoil it.
We were not just giving our stuff away to them.
True. Now, forget even the pedophilia, but literally, which I think is the most important, but Donald Trump has, in all politicians, not just Donald Trump, whether you're a police officer, a governor, anybody that works for the government, you take an oath. You put your hand and you raise your hand in the air. You put one hand on the Bible, Quran, or evolution handbook. I don't know what you do. And you say, you take an oath to protect and uphold the Constitution. That's what makes America great, is the Constitution, that we have our freedoms. We have our unalienable rights. Unalienable. That means they cannot be taken away from us. So in theory and practice, the only thing that a president or a governor or a police officer has to do is uphold our Constitution. That's their job description, is to uphold and protect the Constitution. And Donald Trump did the opposite of that when he signed an emergency order which allowed small businesses to be shut down, which allowed people to be arrested and from church and at funerals. He's the one that signed that executive order and he was kicking ass when it came to business. But once he shut the country down under his executive order and then did nothing about it afterwards, then all the great business things that he done were destroyed and actually went into the negative. So if you're judging a politician by do they uphold the Constitution, then Trump did the opposite. When you do the opposite of upholding the Constitution, that means you should be tried by a jury of your peers to see if you committed treason or not. So in my opinion, when you take an oath to the Constitution and you make that promise before God and the American people that you uphold the Constitution, and then you do the opposite, that makes you a traitor, which is treasonous.
What is the color of the sky on your planet?
Did Donald Trump not sign the emergency?
It was not Trump that shut down the businesses.
Yes, he is. He signed the executive order which allowed to do it. You should. I'm going to pull it up on screen. It's absolutely true. Trump is the one that signed the executive order which did all this. And even if he didn't, which he did, and I'm going to show you right now. It's Trump's own executive order. So if you don't believe me, then you don't believe Trump. But even if he didn't, he sat there and watched. His job is to protect the Constitution. So even if all the governors conspired against him, his job is to protect the Constitution from the governors. He just sat back and watched, just like he did the pipeline. So your job is to uphold and protect the Constitution. Even if he didn't sign the executive order which shut down the country, which he did, he sat and watched. He did not protect the Constitution. So therefore, he is guilty of treason. I'll tell you right now.
Okay, let's give her the source of your information.
Sure.
And let me close out the show here.
Oh man, it's already yeah. Well, you can let her go. Just stay listening, and I'll pull it up because it's going to take me a minute or two to pull it up. So I want you to get some time here, V. But Matilda, thanks for the call. Thanks for becoming a friend. Call back in, but stay tuned,
Yeah,
listening.
I'll let you listen to Clyde.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh boy, Clyde. Anyhow, yeah, Clyde, the one who's talking about energy vampires. Okay. Anyhow, yeah, tell the target individuals out there they have energy
Here we go.
vampires.
Got it right here. This is the executive order. President Trump declared a state of emergency for COVID-19. Stafford Act on March 13th. The president declared an emergency for COVID-19 under Section 501B of the Stafford Act. On and on and on and on, and it goes into the details of everything. You can find that on the Federal Register. You can also find it right here. This is federalregister.gov. This is from Donald Trump's desk himself. So if you don't believe the government, that's fine. If you don't believe Donald Trump, that's fine. But this is Donald Trump and the government. They were one and the same at the time. Declaring, and this is from an official government website. This isn't from a leftist conspiracy website or a rightist. This is from Donald Trump's own desk and the government. Declaring a national emergency concerning the novel coronavirus disease outbreak. Declared a public health emergency. But it goes on for several paragraphs. Now, and then it goes over here and it says, now, therefore, I, Donald Trump, President of the United States, by authority vested in me in the Constitution to shut down the Constitution, including sections 1 and 2, 201 and 301 of the National Emergencies Act, which is not in the Constitution, by the way. It basically says, Section 1, emergency authority. The Secretary of HHS may exercise authority. I'm skipping over parts, right? They're exercising authority. Section 2, Secretary, venturing to notice, nothing in this proclamation, blah, 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 blah. And it's got Donald Trump's, it's got Donald Trump's signature on the bitch, too. So you guys can go look that up.
I think you got it, Will. Will, I got something for you guys. You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
I call this one Hell's Reaper. All right. Folk in the feds for messing with my head, hoping they will learn from what I said before they end up bled, before they end up dead on that cold steel sled. Toe tag for the families, the inventory, bodies for dread. Can't hear me? Then it's a deathbed, I suppose so. If so, then it's a deathbed for immediate disposal. I just know the next one better not ignore my proposal, or he'll get my special delivery when I go postal. Hoes need to understand that I'm very territorial. Just so you know, I will show you like a tutorial in how I will be expeditious with psycho slashers that's quite vicious in your execution for being criminally suspicious and covertly malicious. That's what I'm about. I'm not here to scream and shout. I would rather sit here and drink a Guinness stout before I'm letting the dogs out. I don't like to get my hands dirty, but when I do, just know I'm shadowed by the cleaning crew to let them get to you. To them, your death is beautiful, just like the flowers that grow from the rest of you that become compost because you got this dispute, poetically mixed with something similar, the doo-doo. If you found yourself dead in one of my raps, it means that you are nothing but a piece of crap, deserving an early distribution across the map, fertilize the landscape with the scraps. It'll be raining blood since you want to act like vaginas. I'll be raining above you like a world superpower. China. I got a real mic. And for you, some real news. And for you, no interviews, even though you dress in blue.
Oh, damn,
I
he's
got
taking
nothing
shots
but
at me.
red pills to leave you shills killed for tampering what I perceive as real. Federal cops get dropped for pulling trees of ops so ill. You corn pops, crops get chopped when I tell you what's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Now, forget what you heard and forget what you think. Keep bringing that noise around me. Find distortion in what you speak. Words gargling, getting drowned, tied up underneath the sink. Designate your mouth as my toilet. It's a piss or drink. Oh, it's me. Excuse me. You'll be my bidet if you're gay. Promos are about PC identity and sensitive about masculine nature of your perverse sexuality, but it doesn't matter because on you I'm forcing reality. That you might as well be a third world publicly accessed hole in the floor to me, you see. On you, I will still pee regularly, repetitiously, repeatedly, religiously, intermittently, in varying degrees.
Yeah.
Go to hell with your behavior modification. Prepare to have your face used for defecation. Punishment for sabotaging personal relations. Admonishment for participation in the devil's occupation. I made a deal with Lucifer. That is why I'm going to bury you with the shovel. I am the Undertaker, making the playing field level. I made a bargain with the Prince of Perdition to rule my own circle of hell. Tracking all of your sins is my mission, and be anywhere where you fell. Bounty hunting you to bring you to Sheol. That's the infernal underworld of eternal burning.
How many bars you got?
Final
Damn.
destination for traitors young and old. There's no forgiveness, so forget the lie that you were told. It is for certain that death is in your future. For your failed existence, damnation is the suture. To me, each and one of you is a keeper, because now I am your shadow. I'm Hell's Reaper.
Damn, V, how many bars was that? You're killing it. How many bars was that, dog? Jesus.
It's the whole song, Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. It was like 5 minutes, a whole song with no hooks. You just started. Oh, damn. Damn. I Googled a couple of those words I never even heard before. Shoot.
I'm a little under the weather right now, which is why I hadn't been on the show earlier. I'm kind of stuffed up, but I did my best there.
Damn, V. Yeah, you gotta start scoring out this. You gotta start putting that stuff on wax.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna do a song every day till Halloween.
Word. We got a lot of. I'm live on my backup YouTube channel too, getting some good feedback on your bars, and we're getting flames here. We're getting people dancing emojis. It's good, man. So I didn't know you had bars like that. I thought you were gonna quiet down after 16. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah, it's just my death raps. Just wait till I get to my science raps.
Yeah, I mean, Rakim was I think the first rapper to mention scientific rap, and he's the best rapper of all time. I mean, whether it's Nas or Cannabis or even Lil Wayne, they all think that Rakim is the best, and he is the best. He is the best rapper of all time. You know, it was dope. I didn't get a chance to check it out because I usually never watch like entertainment stuff. I do love hip hop. Hip hop is what woke me up. Hip hop is what got me involved in this. Cannabis, Wu-Tang, they Prodigy, you know what I'm saying? Africa Bambaataa, all these people have been talking about that, and it slowly took me a while to kind of wake up to it. But I know they've been doing the versus battles with hip hop artists, and a lot of them have been corny. I mean, I like the Locks. The Locks are pretty good. Styles P has actually gotten way better over the years.
I love Rough Riders and everybody associated.
Yeah,
Lux, Styles P, yeah.
But they won against Dipset. I didn't bother watching that because Dipset is kind of whack to me. They're whack to me, but hey, that's just me. I'm a lyrical type person. But there was last night. I'm gonna try to find out how I could watch it. But it was something I definitely want to peep because it was KRS versus Big Daddy Kane versus, and that's legends. I honestly thought that, like, if you're gonna have a versus, it should have been Kane versus Rakim, but then who do you get to go against KRS, right? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting, and I do think it's pretty cool, the versus stuff that are giving, especially to people like KRS-One, the teacher, who's like, my God, he's the man. He's the man, and Big Daddy Kane is the man. So it's good to show this new generation too what hip hop is really about, because we've been losing that. And I already saw a lot of stuff on Instagram and stuff that a lot of people showing a lot of love to both them cats, and it's about time. You know what I'm saying? Those are two of the best lyricists that ever touched the mic. So I was pretty stoked to see that. I'm gonna try to peep that, like, somehow. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, that's some dopeness right there. And then it's like, that whole versus stuff is pretty cool. So, I mean, I didn't watch some of them. Some of them are like kind of corny ones, you know what I'm saying? But that was the first one I was like, yo, I definitely want to peep that. Like, I'm definitely going to peep that one. But yeah, but the thing is, who are you gonna get to go against
I'll
Rakim?
I'll put my written against anybody. Just don't ask me to freestyle.
Well, you know, most rappers, anyways, they don't even really freestyle. I mean, even some of my favorite rappers, they like they'll just say like some written stuff mixed with freestyles. Some of them will just straight up like put written stuff and call it a freestyle. There are some people that freestyle, and I give them credit because they actually freestyle, but not even a lot of rappers even really freestyle, especially nowadays too, because you don't want, I mean, nowadays, I mean, even in the 90s, I mean, people weren't freestyling just because, like, you don't want to, like, look like an idiot if you mess up and ruin your whole career. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of, I mean, I remember, I mean, there's been a few times where that's happened, but there's some people like Immortal Technique. He'll really try to freestyle. It won't sound too good. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be all right. But you could tell he's freestyling. Some of these people, like, I remember Black Thought. He's got a famous video with the Roots where it's like they're pointing out things on the street and he's like rhyming off it. But you could tell that was you could tell that was like pre-planned. That they already worked that out. So yeah, rhyming off the top of your head is not an easy thing to do. I mean, but just like anything else, it's a skill. People could develop it. Well, I would say unfortunately. Well, I don't know if it's fortunately or fortunately. Honestly, we'll have to run two separate universe simulations and find out which it is. But fortunately or unfortunately, V doesn't have as much time to dedicate. I mean, if V dedicated his whole life to that, yeah, he could do that. And music is, and that's why I say, unfortunately, music is one of the most powerful combatants that we have against these fools. But unfortunately, V's had to dedicate his life to a bunch of criminal perverts like the NSA who just love to hear you breathe, to hear you to do what you do. They just love to listen in on you. That's how they get their rocks off.
Just edge everything. I know everything. Control everything. And it ain't happening. I mean, it's amazing. Just from everything. Just, you know, can't go out and, you know, eat. I can't just, not without knowing, you know, just to worry about where I sleep, what I eat, what I drink, what I smoke. You know, it's like, what the hell? It's like, you know,
I mean, they're just
on reality right now.
It's just they're a bunch of people sitting behind laptops with a box of Kleenexes listening to you. It's just weird. It's weird. Yeah.
If they're so worried about what's in the pipe that they smoke, I'll throw it down their throats so they can damn well choke.
That's what they need to put that in their Pope. They need to put that in their Pope and smoke it. The Black Pope.
It's hard to find any good sativa around here.
Oh man. See, so yeah, man, it's crazy now. It's crazy, man. You know what's funny is like there's a lot of most everything out there is like a hybrid now. I went to a couple dispensaries though. I usually don't do that, but sometimes when you travel, you go to other states or whatever. And
no. I'm not actually talking about marijuana.
Oh,
it's an herb. It used to be able to get in smoke shops there. Well, around the country, there in Texas actually. They come. I don't know, little herb bags. Anyways, that's a different story.
Was it like K2? Oh damn, we're coming out the end of the show, man. I still got more fun. Damn it. All right, we'll get you back tomorrow. Damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll just let the intro do it. Catch you guys later.
Let me ask you something. When my wife's father has introduced me to Stogies, what is she going to say?
Next time, grab your hot car. Keep it real. Hey, girl, that's real.
my little friend.
Conan, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good.
Tune in next time to Redfield Hardcore. Keep it real. Hey, Redfield. True winner. And I get the green light from Mom.
True winner.
And you're going to be ready to go before Rivero's show, right? He rarely has anybody on more than an hour.
Sure.
I don't even know if he ever has, actually. But anyway, that'll give me a chance to make sure you and get everything working right. So I kind of that actually helps me. I forgot that it was going to be the second hour.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that way I'll be here for an hour, so I'll reach out to you and we can do some testing and stuff. Make sure we got you stable. That'll help.
Yeah, because my Linux, I'm telling you, it just got completely corrupted. I mean, the system just broke down. I had been denied updates. Try to get updates. Oh, no internet connection. Even though I do have an internet connection, everything else works but the update. And so it just slowly was getting attacked and broken down. So I said, screw it, and I put on my secure system. So I shouldn't have any more problems with it.
All right, cool. I'll check in with you at least 15, 20 minutes early.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Will, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna bust out a rap nightly till the end of the month.
All right, hell yeah, I'm with that, man.
All right. Are you gonna be doing these live feeds? Because we're gonna be starting. I do believe tomorrow. I think we start video recording the show, like podcasted, so that we can have a starting week for whenever we go over to KGRA.
Whatever you want. Yeah, I just hadn't gone live in a while, and I wanted to go live, and I hadn't done a video on my backup channel in like almost a damn month, so I needed to come over here and show a little love, and there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, whatever you want to do, but I definitely wanted to do it at least live tonight.
If you want to stream too, whatever you want on your channel, I mean, go ahead. I mean, we might as well be doing it every night.
Okay, cool. And we should we also gotta I work again tomorrow, but I'll be out around 6:30ish. So we should get in a chat with Theo at some point tomorrow and catch up on things, because Theo's been cooking up some stuff.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, things are moving ahead, and I'm glad you're taking that until we talk seriously. I know I had to play catch up this weekend and get active on there. But yeah, please feel free to be posting links or whatever comments into the show group. I'm gonna be doing the same. And
yeah, it's a good idea, and I could just have it up on screen and just use that as my notes.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, it sounds like you had a good show tonight.
Well, I'm amped up.
I've been there a little sooner.
Oh, good, man. We'll connect tomorrow. I'll see if I can't cook up a guest too. I'm working on that. I'll hit you up during the day tomorrow at work and on my break or something. We'll talk.
Okay, cool. Sounds great.
All right, pimps. All right, Mikey. Thanks for your hard work.
You bet, buddy. Have a good one.
Night, guys. Peace.
All right, catch you later, guys.
All right, guys. I gotta go to bed here on the live stream, but I did want to talk to BTDK. Great point. Yeah. he says that the federal government didn't do a shutdown. Trump passed it on to individual states and the governor. So that's the whole thing. Like, he had the emergency order, which allowed the governors to use that as an excuse to shut down all their rights. But he also shut down a lot of things on a federal level with the federal side. He didn't shut down the businesses. You're right, with the states. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's semantics. Either way, even if he didn't do any of that, like I said, his job is to uphold the Constitution. Yeah, so peace out, guys. I will be back tomorrow with some more stuff. I'm going to go out, shoot some more videos this week. Stay tuned to Auditing America. We're going live on Auditing America pretty much all the time. We're going to be back live on the radio tomorrow. Thank you guys all for tuning in, especially on my backup channel. Very, very big thanks to everybody that tuned in. Great people, great comments. Thank you, Miranda, for that, too, for that donation. You don't do that ever again. I told you not to do it, and you did it again. Bad, mean. Don't do it. Thank you, guys. The best way to donate to me is to share the videos, guys. And guess what? I'm never going to give up. So if you hear me gone for more than 3 days, start looking for me. Ask the Clintons what's going on. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to keep it real, keep it nonviolent, try my best to use the Socratic method, keep it real with my snapback and a fake mic. That one's not bouncing. Real news. See you fools tomorrow.